So at 10 years of age, something that would shape Bailey O'Connor's life forever occurred. His father's accident. However, our story begins 10 years prior when Bailey O'Connor was born in Spokane, Washington. Bailey O'Connor is a complex person that can be more clearly understood when one examines the situations that impacted his life, the people who influenced his life, and thirdly, what purpose drives his existence. The first of which, his family situation. Bailey was born to an 18-year-old mother and father, and after 5 months of dating, his parents were engaged to be married. 6 months after this quick engagement, Bailey was born, and Bailey recounts to me that he has struggled his whole life with his parents being young and seeming to relate a little too much to his personal day-to-day life, if you will, is what he told me. His mother was told that she had ruined her life for having a child so young and at the age of 18. Secondly, a person who has inspired and encouraged Bailey was Destry. A close friend to Bailey during junior year of high school, Destry struggled with drug addiction, and this led to Bailey's eventual struggle as well with depression and struggling with his faith. So one day, Destry and Bailey were having a conversation, and Destry told him that he needed to put Jesus in his life. And this was interesting, to say the least, to Bailey. And Bailey felt intrigued and inspired by Destry, a drug addict, who wanted to put Jesus in his life. So Bailey, growing up in a semi-religious household, going to church occasionally, but also while being rejected by the one place that Christians call their church or their gathering place, Bailey was encouraged, to say the least, by Destry's will to pursue his faith and change his habits of a drug-infected life. Lastly, Bailey's father's accident. The hunting accident happened around, I don't know exactly the date, but 2 miles from his grandmother's house at his home. Bailey was rudely interrupted along with his siblings by a phone call, and Bailey's mother was on the line and was explaining that Bailey's dad had a terrible fall from a tree stump, the likes of which, and Bailey's dad had injured his back, lacerated his kidney, as well as his face, and broken both of his arms. The accident took his father's drive, Bailey recounted to me, and after the accident, Bailey recalls that his father never really had the same qualities that made him the man that he was before after his accident. Something that truly changed Bailey for the absolute better, in my opinion. Because of this accident, Bailey began to realize the importance of his maturation and leadership at his home. He began to drive his siblings to school, drive his siblings to church and sporting events and all the many things that have to do with the life we live today. And Bailey became the man he needed to be when his dad could no longer be that man. So in conclusion, these situations and people enlightened Bailey of his main purpose in life, which was to be the leader God created him to be. To graduate college despite all odds, having young parents, to continue studying history and hopefully to receive his law degree in the future. And one can more clearly understand, once again, why Bailey O'Connor has become such a great leader through the adversity he overcame with his family situation, the impact of Destry's courageousness to find a better life and find faith, and lastly, the implications of his father's horrendous accident. And that is Bailey O'Connor.